Reports coming out tonight are that Nottingham Forest have indeed breached PSR rules. Welcome to your Forest news. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to your latest Nottingham Forest news. And we're about to give you the latest update on the FFP, PSR, whatever you guys want to call it. It doesn't really matter. But before you do, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new, and let's jump into this. So, breaking currently is that David Ornstein has tweeted out to say that Everton and Nottingham Forest are expected to be informed on Monday that they've been found in breach of Premier League profit and sustainability rules for 3-year cycle to June 2023. Both have prepared a mitigation and will launch robust defences. So that's the official-ish or the best journalist one that is out there currently, but we've been hearing reports and I've been hearing numbers all day, and it seems to be that the consensus is that Forest will be docked 6 points, and I would assume the same will happen to Everton as well. Now, this is obviously a serious matter, but there is some laughter we can take in all of this. That Forest will be docked points, and if Everton are docked points, we will both still be ahead of Sheffield. Just bear that into mind, all the Sheffield fans that are finding this entertaining. You will still be bottom of the league. And Everton would have been docked twice, and you still can't overtake either team. Anyway, that's one little silver lining we can take from that. But how serious is it? Look, if the reports are true and that Forest are docked 6 points, let's just ignore Everton for a second. That would put us 18th and 2 points behind Luton. However, if Everton get dealt the same blow, then Forest will remain outside of the relegation zone and then 2 points ahead of being back in the same position. Actually, hold on. If Everton get docked, they may just go level with Sheffield United, but it's still funny. Anyway, how do I feel about all of this? I think if it's 10 points, I'm going to be angry because 10 points feels a lot more than 6 points. I know it is a bigger number, but you get what I'm saying. 6 points for me feels recoverable. And there's two ways you've got to look at this. One, there definitely has to be questions asked about the hierarchy. How the hell do you end up breaching FFP? What is this robust defense they're going to have? Because if it is the Brennan Johnson case that we keep hearing about how they held out to not sell Brennan Johnson for more money, technically that's all well and good for us, but it still breaches the rules. I don't really see that as a great defense to be put up. And then you've got to ask yourself, who's in charge of keeping count of the coppers that go towards PSR and that don't go towards PSR? Because surely someone in that club understands that rule or is assigned to understand these rules inside out. And clearly that's not happened. But then let me give you the other side of the argument. And if it's 6 points, I'm kind of leaning towards this. And that's this, that 6 points isn't really that big a deal in this current Premier League season because of how crap some of the teams are that are below us. 6 points is recoverable. 6 points is the two games that, apart from me, no one predicted Forest would win both the Newcastle and the Manchester United games. So 6 points is where we'd be basically from where Cooper got fired. And then Nuno's just got to do Nuno things. And with Nuno's style of play, I can see Forest coming out of this with no problems at all. But 10 points just feels so much more. 10 points could then make us go on the cusp. But as I said at the start, it's not confirmed yet what the points are, but it is expected that Forest and Everton have breached PSR and will be punished with points. Now, some of you will ask, why aren't we going to get punished with a fine or a slap on the wrists or what have you? The whole point is, if you're punished with a fine, Marinakis has got enough money. Most of Premier League's clubs have got enough money that they would look at it as, you know, a business expense, a write-off, the cost of doing business, that kind of thing. So that's what would really, that really wouldn't be that much punishment for a Premier League club. Where it hurts them is in the points. Now, what happens next? So Forest will get 2 weeks to put their robust case together, as will Everton, if the reports are correct. And then everything will be said and done by the 8th of April. Come what may, whatever the decision is, be it in the positive or the negative, then it will happen this season. And that's the key bit there. So I don't expect Forest to go down off the back of this. I still think if you're going to breach FFP or PSR, this is a good year to do it. What I expect now, and there is big talks of it, is that Forest are going to get all their ducks in line. That Forest will start to get investment into the club, maybe some sponsorship deals, maybe things that other clubs have been doing to stay away from the, the dotted line on FFP and those things. And I expect to hear those kind of reports coming out soon. But as things stand, honestly, I feel okay with it if it's 6 points. Nuno can fix it. But what do you guys think? It's definitely not a time to panic, because the other thing that I would expect to happen is I would like to hope and see that the whole club, the fan base, everything related to Nottingham Forest kind of does what Everton did when they got their points deducted and just gets galvanized and then really pushes hard. You know, the way Everton suddenly went on that win streak to get all those wins, I would like to see Forest doing that, starting with Blackpool and then moving on to Brentford and then beating Arsenal. And then we're back to thinking, and then we can look back at this and just laugh. And we can laugh at Sheffield United, who will still get relegated, even though we've had points deducted and Everton have. So, fellow Everton fans, fellow Mud Brothers, let's just make sure Sheffield United go down, Luton and Burnley, and then we'll be laughing in the face of the Premier League and all their stupid rules as they try to make the big clubs get bigger and richer, and the less established clubs, they try to quash us. Because Man City still have not been charged outside of their 115, I think it now is, breaches. That they're taking their time over. But when it comes to Forest, of course, they're ready to pounce straight away. But what do you guys think about it all? Get your thoughts. And now tomorrow we will be able to confirm for sure what has happened. But this looks like it's going to be Everton and Forest who feel the wrath of the Premier League. But don't believe anything you're reading on social medias and things like that, because no one knows until Forest know. And I can tell you, as of this afternoon, Forest weren't told. So all the numbers, they were just numbers. People were chucking numbers around. But the feeling is definitely it will be in and around 6 points. Now, something else to add on to that is that Forest could appeal this. And usually on these appeals in the past, what you have seen is a deduction in the penalty. So if Forest were to be hit with 6 points and appeal it and it gets half down to 3, then that's like a 1-game result. That's really not big fodder for me. And I think we'll be absolutely fine. But I still think we'll be fine anyway. Let me know your thoughts. Get them down below in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like if you haven't already. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. And we'll see you tomorrow with the official update, which is probably going to be exactly the same as just what we've told you now. Come on, you Reds.